everyone. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. It is me, Erin, the Erintainer. Welcome. I know, it's so corny, it's charming, but we are back at it again with some cheater, pumpkin eaters. Where did that saying even come from? I don't know, but I am excited to dive on into it today. It's hump day. We're getting a little, little cute today. We're getting a little spicy today. So let's get right into it, shall we? All right. This is a cheater one. I know. Trigger warning cheating for sure. I, 30 female, cheated on my husband, 27 male, and now I suspect he's seeing another woman. Well, sweetheart, what did you expect him to do? Not cheat on you? It's an eye for an eye up in this biatch. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't know if I believe in that. I would just leave the person. But who knows? What would you do? What would you do? All right. So OP is a cheater. We've established that. I know I did something awful and disgusting, and when I couldn't take the guilt anymore, I cut off my affair partner and confessed everything to my husband. He got more upset and depressed than angry, and I begged for him to not divorce me. I proposed counseling, therapy, even allowing him to have sex with other women, but he wasn't interested. He said he wanted to try to work us out, and I jumped in being the best wife a man can ask for. I cooked his favorite dishes, leave him loving notes, and bought new lingerie to entice him. His reactions are lukewarm at best. He smiles and thanks me, but not once has he said he loves me since I have confessed. He barely initiates anything, and I basically have to push myself on him, not that he complains. Sometimes we talk about this, but I think I still lost the man I love. His behavior with me feels very artificial, and nothing changes his facade. I can be playful, I can be sad, I can get angry, and I can get seductive. His reaction is always his stupid smile and polite words. He was so emotional and sincere before all of this happened. I want him to let out his true emotions with me, even if he hates me. I still love him so much. What can I do to fix this? The only thing you could have done was not cheat on him in the first place. Like, why is it his job now to make you feel secure in the relationship when you've been boinking someone else for all this time? Who knows how long? And of course, he's not going to say I love you to you because when you feel so betrayed by somebody, it is so hard to see them in the same way again. They are a completely different person to you. And props to him for sticking around. But girl, you are lucky that he is still with you. You are. So we've got an update from the cheater. Okay. He knows I cheated. We didn't separate, and I begged him not to divorce me and let me fix this. Like I wrote on my last post, I do my best to be the best wife he could ask for. I cook his favorite foods, get him gifts, screw his brains out every night. Okay, but that's maybe not the screw his brains out, but you're doing the bare minimum, and to me it would be gross. Like if someone confessed cheating to me and then all of a sudden was acting so nice to me and all about me, I'd be like, this is fake. This is phony. It's not real. You're doing this because you feel bad. You're not doing this because you care that you made me feel bad. All the things you're doing for him to show him that you care, it's for you. It's so you feel less bad. It's unfair for you to expect him to treat you the same. You guys have a completely different relationship now. He just smiles and thanks me. He acts kind and never yells at me, but I feel his icy indifference under the mask of courtesy. 2 weeks ago, he started coming home late. Very late. And when he does, he just goes to bed. I asked him what's going on, and he told me in the kindest way possible that it's not my business. I call him when he stays out, and he picked up only once. I heard a woman laughing in the background. I'm starting to think that he's cheating back on me. It effing hurts. If he told me, at least I would do my best to stomach it. I deserve it, after all. But he won't tell me. He just shuts me out. A common friend told me she spotted him in a car with a woman she didn't recognize, and this felt like a stab in the heart. Look, give me a break, give me a break, break me off a piece of that. I don't care. You're a cheater. You're a cheater. You said you would let him go bang out another woman. He probably doesn't feel truly cared for by you, and he's trying to find someone that cares for him. Is eye for an eye always good? Like, does it justify his actions? Not necessarily, but I'm just saying, like, you can't be this surprised. She said she couldn't describe her exactly because she wore big sunglasses, but she recognized my husband because of his particular taste in neckties. They were talking, but my friend said that from their position, it looked like they were holding hands, or one of them was touching the other's lap. Or she was giving him a little handy in the car. You know what I'm saying? A little road job. Just kidding, guys. Stop. That's so dirty. That's so nasty. Stop. I don't know what to do. If he's having an affair, I deserve it, but I need to know. The uncertainty is killing me. Should I confront him? Should I try to find out more? I don't know if you're entitled to learn more. I'm sorry, but like, it sucks on both ways. Like, I'm glad you confessed at least and he didn't like find out. It shows that you're aware that you did something wrong and you did something bad and harmful. But I also can't blame him for his reaction and basically, like, wanting nothing to do with you now and being a little put off by your behavior. Like, I feel like I probably would be if I was in his position, I'd be like, this doesn't make up for it. Like, I would want to have conversations. I would want to have some time to myself. I don't know what I would do, you know? He's probably doesn't know what he's doing. He's probably trying to figure it out. I mean, your first post was in April. This post is on March 23rd of this year. Okay, and we have another update. 3 days later, March 26th. He left me. I did like you guys said and begged him to talk to me. He didn't want to, but I cried and yelled so much I puked all over. Oh, that sucks. I know you're hurting. The thing is like, I can tell you feel really bad. I can tell that this is hard for you. You probably deeply, deeply regret your actions and hopefully you never do it again. He got softer with me and he helped me clean up and we talked. I asked him if he was cheating on me and he said he was talking with someone but didn't do anything with her. I asked if she was the woman my friend saw him with. He thought on it a little but then said no. It was another woman whom he'd met a month ago in his office. I asked him how could he, okay, and he said I gave him permission, which you did, and he didn't do anything besides unloading his problems and our situation with her. But he played it like he was having a full affair so I could feel what he felt, especially because, according to him, I neglected him and made it obvious that I was cheating on him. He said he was suffering, and I was almost rubbing it in his face. I told him I wasn't doing it on purpose, and he said this was even worse because I didn't care at all. Aw. He said that everything I did after confessing meant nothing, and it just made him think that I'm a selfish, self-centered, and lack of any sort of self-respect. I asked him if we could work on myself and our marriage, but he said we can have counseling to sort ourselves out, but the marriage is over. Wow. He said he wishes no ill will on me. Guys, this is sad. I thought this was going to be like more fun today. He said he wishes no ill on me and decided to cut his charade because he could no longer bear to hurt the woman he once loved to suffer like that. But he said I'm no longer that woman. I started sobbing again and he held me, but he kept saying no when I asked him, can we work this out? I asked him what he was going to do, and he's moving out. He already found a new place. I asked him if he was going to live with that woman, and he said no, but she was close enough. I asked him how he could pick a total stranger he met a month ago over his wife of 5 years. Give me a break, okay? Like, give me a frickin' break. Did you expect you would cheat on your husband and then keep your husband? No. Any reasonable person would leave your ass. You should have thought about all of this before you chose another man over your husband of 5 years, you hypocrite. He said his wife of 5 years no longer exists. Boom, that's right. He has to pick between two strangers, and that woman made a much better impression on him. Damn. I told him he was a fool and he could not know this woman will probably use and dump him. He got harsh and said she's better than me for sure. Wow, now you guys are getting a little dirty. He said he won't say to our families our marriage ended because I cheated, but because we grew apart, and that he will leave the house to me as long as I make the divorce smooth. But if I try to take him to the cleaners, drag it out, or cause any problem, he will tell everyone what I did and, quote, destroy me and my reputation. This happened yesterday, and he's already packed up almost everything. I can't stop crying, and I can't believe this is happening. This is horrible and unfair. You should have thought of that before you cheated, girlfriend. Should have thought of that before you cheated. This is a question for all the cheaters out there. What the fuck are you thinking when you're about to cheat? Do you think you just won't get caught? Do you think it's going to work out for you? Do you think you'll have your cake and eat it too? Like, what are you thinking? And how does every cheater somehow figure out a way to turn it on themselves? Like, they're the victim, like, oh my God, I did this terrible, terrible thing to this person, and there were consequences for my actions. Come on now. Give me a break. Give me a break. Nobody cares about your cheating ass. Okay. So on April 11th, 2024, got served divorce papers today. This feels like a nightmare. I keep telling myself it's not real and I'm going to wake up. My husband moved out 2 weeks ago, ostensibly to live with another woman, but I kept eye and eats on him. I'm guessing she means eyes and ears on him. Had some friends tell me his going on, and seemingly there's no other woman at all. I hoped he was just collecting his thoughts and that he'd come back to me. But today he did it. He had me served. I don't want to believe he's done with us. I love him so much and I miss him every day. You need to take a step back and recognize that this is all your fault. This wouldn't have happened if you hadn't cheated on him. So you shouldn't have cheated on him. And the way you behaved when he found out, it really wasn't about him. It was about you. Once again, you're thinking about you. You should be worried about how he is feeling. It's not unfair to you. What you did is unfair to him. And this is a consequence of the action of what you did to him. Does that make sense? Because if you go into your next relationship without reflecting and recognizing that this is your fault, you're not going to have a successful relationship. You just aren't. Or you'll cheat again and break someone else's heart. I'd have a lot more respect for you if majority of this was, I feel so guilty. I feel so guilty for what I did to him. I know I deserve this. I wish there was a way I could make up for it. I would do anything to make him my man again, make him happy again. Not, this is so unfair. He moved out. I want to die. Why do you da 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 da? Come on. Sorry. It's hard to empathize with someone that like created this themselves. But I'm not the only person whose opinion was shared, and I'm not the only person whose opinion is valuable. So let's hear what some other Redditors had to say. I asked him how he could pick a total stranger he met a month ago over his wife of 5 years. Didn't she pick a stranger over her husband of 5 years? And someone goes, that was different. So true. This reads a lot like, I cheated and forgave myself for it. Why can't he do the same? I confessed. I cooked him nice meals, bought sexy underwear, and he still left. What more could I have done? I don't know. Maybe not cheat in the first place? Yeah. Exactamundo. Pikachu faced the woman. What? And someone writes, the best wife a man could ask for doesn't boink other men. Yeah. Yeah. And someone responds to that, don't you guys get it? Her body was on autopilot. She had absolutely no choice, no brain to make a decision, not 1 ounce of self-control. Really, it's a disability, so it's not really her fault. Someone else says, I get that she's distraught her relationship is over, but she needs to do some intense self-reflection and work on herself. She tried to win her ex back, but he knew he couldn't do it anymore. You can't take back what you've given to someone else. His line about 2 strangers was really poignant, and I hope she really reflects on that. She may have ended the affair herself, but that doesn't take away the betrayal her ex felt. Can we just not cheat on each other, please? So that one got a little dark. It got a little dark, and I don't wanna leave you guys on, like, a low note. I wanna make your day better, and this is just kind of, like, a little bit of a silly one. It's about, girlies, when back in the day when we would be at the millennial club as a teenager, and we'd be dancing, and a guy would come up behind us and, like, grab your hips and force you to dance in a certain way, and you're like, "No, you're totally off rhythm, like, you're messing up my jam, and now I can feel your pee-pee next to my butt, and I don't like it." That's kind of the vibe we're going. Or maybe guys, like, you accidentally get a little excited when you're dancing on the dance floor with somebody. PSA, do not go up behind a girl and grab her and start grinding on her. That's not how we dance together. We don't want it. We just don't want it. You just got to ask for consent about dancing. I might be a little too old for the clubs, but boys, if you want to find a hottie girl, best way to do that is to respect her boundaries. Awesome. Let's jump into this. Then I effed up by getting a bone skis while I was dancing with a coworker. He got hard while dancing with his coworker. Ooh. Last night I had a work night out. I was pretty drunk and we all went to a club, and me and my attractive, I like the disclaimer. Guys, don't worry, she was attractive, okay? I couldn't help it because she was attractive. Thought it would be funny to do a kind of ballroom dance. We're actually quite good friends, so it was funny. But I think just being kind of in close physical contact with an attractive girl made me get a little hard. It wasn't like a full on erection or anything, but I still kind of tried to keep her at arm's length so she wouldn't realize. At one point, though, we were dancing and she kind of dragged me into her out of nowhere, so our bodies were like right up against each other. And I know for a fact it brushed up right against her. She never said anything, but neither did I. And I don't think I've seen her much the rest of the night after we were done dancing. It was kind of towards the end when people were starting to leave when this happened. I feel so embarrassed. I mean, she must have known, and we're good friends. She told me one time I'm her favorite person in our workplace. Okay, you sound like a sweetie, a little sweetheart. And I just don't want her thinking I was being a creep or anything, and I wouldn't want things to be awkward between us. Her boyfriend also works with us, and it's gonna be awkward if she tells him LMFAO. Oh, I feel like you're a younger guy, like newer in the workforce, and like you really did not mean for this to happen. You're really like, and this is like an anxiety post. Like, oh my gosh, somebody just tell me that I'm okay, that I'm not a disgusting predator. Like, please, somebody tell me how to like how to figure this out. She might not even have noticed. And it might be weird now if you bring it up, but let's continue. She has a good sense of humor, and we're all adults, so I'm hoping she just realizes it didn't mean anything and it wasn't a purposeful thing. I just feel like an idiot for that happening just from an innocent dance. It's not like it was sexual or anything. I just don't want her thinking I was a creep. Oh, I can't imagine. I mean, I'm trying to put myself in her shoes. Like, how would I react if I felt a tiny little, like, bone skis? And it feels like it was, like, very short. Like, it'd be one thing if, like, you were doing what I said in the beginning and, like, grinding on her, and she's like, "Ew, I can feel something. Please get it away from me." But it sounds like she just got next to you. You're moving, your blood's flowing everywhere and to one specific region, and so you just got a little excited. Also, do you have a little bit of a crush on this girl? Maybe a little, you know, which is fine. But I don't think you have anything to worry about if it was a little, like, brush, and it sounds like you were very, like, apologetic. I don't think you should bring it up to her, like, "Hey, happy Monday, remember the, happy hour? I got a little chub. I just wanted to let you know that, I'm sorry." It might be it might be weird. I would just gauge how you guys act at work from now on, you know? Like, if she's creeped out by you and there's like a clear behavioral relationship difference between the two of you, I would maybe bring it up to her. But if things kind of just feel normal, I would just pretend it didn't happen because she might not even have noticed it, you know? If it was a quick brush as you're describing, if she brings it up, just say it was your phone. Yeah, that's a good one. And someone responds, "No way she noticed something that small." Brutal. Brutal. Guys, on that note, I think that was plenty for today. Happy hump day. Let me know how your week's going down in the comments down below. And what would you do if you were in this guy's situation? What would you want someone to say if you were a woman in this situation? What's going on here? So guys, thank y'all so much for being here today. I am so excited to be bringing you more content so often, and I just appreciate your support. I'm really excited to see what happens with the future of this channel. So please make sure you're subscribed, you're sharing, you're commenting. I love to hear from you, and make sure you have a great rest of your week. And I will see you in the next one very soon. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.